Hi everyone, Cinder here. We'll go back to Fire Emblem Three Houses. That's A rank in swords for me. Wind
The
Sweep.
glory of progress.
Sounds interesting. Abilities. Combat. Wind Sweep. Enemies cannot counter. Ooh, super cool. And it gets plus 10 crit. I like that one. Let's continue the training.
Excuse me. Professor, I know, I forgive, just know.
Could try to get C in Faith. Keep working on sword.
First Tomas, both. It was as if thinking of how they managed.
Study training. Oh, was that everybody? I think so. I think everybody I could train with during this month is here. The rest is dining hall or tournament. Okay, let's get people motivation.
Professor?
A special.
I appreciate any good meal, but nothing beats enjoying my favorite food.
This is a wonderful dish. You could sell this in any restaurant in the capital.
And that's B plus professor level. More activity points for exploration. Really? Yeah, now I'll have 8. That's cool. Instead of 7. Alright, full menu. What do I have a lot of? That's kind of what I'll look for. Sure.
It's, really tasty.
Yeah. Please, help yourself.
Did I look at the wrong thing? Dish beloved by few. Looks much tastier than it actually is. I have a bunch of this to do and flame.
I like this.
This is nearly as delicious as Mother's cooking. I would happily eat this every day.
One more. White trout and tomato.
That looks appetizing.
Yeah, you just get it, Professor. This is my favorite.
Alright. That's this free time. We'll proceed. Yes. Kind of tend to do the instruct automatically. But it's
I appreciate your efforts.
great, good,
I have deep.
great, C plus.
I've deep.
Authority level 3.
This could be. This could. It was nothing.
B plus in reason.
I can do. Of course. Quite intriguing. Thank you.
4 left. Oh, come on. There we go.
Thank you, Professor.
It's now S. White magic range plus
This
1.
isn't so hard.
It goes even further. S plus.
Yeah.
Well, that's crazy.
I learned a. Yes, that's it.
B in authority.
It's
Defense
all
tactics.
coming together. I'll get the next one too.
Okay, with that. Sure.
Thanks for your time.
E plus.
Am I making?
Hit them. Yeah.
Thanks for. Yeah.
2 more. Ingrid. Continue to work on swords.
That.
1 more. Sylvain. Yeah.
Wow, I seem to be on a roll.
D plus authority.
It's all.
That is it for that. Begin lecture. Felix Ice. Sure. Why not?
You're certainly not going easy on me.
Nope.
You fight like a mercenary, not a knight. You hunger for victory, pure and simple. You may not be aware of it yourself, but I see it.
I fight to win. Should I take that as a compliment?
Indeed.
Yeah, I figured. Because he's the same way, he just fights
Knights
to win.
ought to have some hunger. I've always thought so. They depend too much on their swords. Only when they're wrested away do knights consider their hands and feet as weapons. That's not how it was for warriors of old. They weren't limited by their tools. Victory is what matters, not the method of achieving it. That's the attitude to adopt. I detect that in your style. It is plain to see.
It doesn't seem like praise. It is.
You may take it however you like. I believe the difference between us lies within that hunger. But where does it come from? From the start, I was aiming to win. Yet I couldn't defeat you. Then I remembered something you said before.
About your aspirations?
Indeed. I was raised to value strength above all else. Whereas you had a reason, an ambition, pushing you toward that hunger. So tell me, what was the reason? Why were you driven to become so strong?
To survive, to protect the people of Baldwin. Well, for me, it would be to protect the people of Baldwin.
Spoken like a knight. That's not what I would have expected.
Yeah, that'd be me. Yeah, it'd be more like to survive.
So that is the source of your hunger. I suppose I must find my own.
We can find it together.
If we're to get along, I think not. I'll be content if you continue to train with me. Perhaps it will come to me as I swing my sword.
That's what I meant. And here
It
come
has been
all
a while
the...
since we last spoke, Professor. Spare me a moment again, will you not?
Here comes all of the, supports. Of course.
You recall how you helped me and allowed me to join your class, yes? I have learned a great many things since then. Indeed, I have truly grown so much. This personal growth is due in large part to you. And I wish to express my gratitude, sincerely.
I'm not sure you've grown that much.
Excuse me? Are you implying that I am still naive? I will have you know that I have made many friends and am constantly learning new things.
I believe that.
When I go to the market alone, I even haggle. You must be familiar with the delicate art of haggling, in which one negotiates a lower asking price for an item. That is the type of knowledge common only to those as mature as myself.
How old are you again?
Who? Me? Have you not asked this once before? It is a bit rude to ask repeatedly, you know.
You never told me.
Is that so? Well, it seems we have something in common, since I do not know your age either.
It's fine. I don't know mine either.
Come now. There is nothing to be gained from focusing so heavily on age. Touching on a previous discussion, I think I have learned more about you. I mentioned how you possess an air of mystery. I compared you to any old sea, but I have come to realize you are more like a particular sea, one I have seen before. When I was quite small, my mother would take me out to play in the sea. She was an excellent fisher, my mother. I grew to love fish deeply because of her.
Where are you going with this?
Well, you see, fish are... Oh, wait. I was talking about the sea, was I not?
Gets lost talking about fishing. We can talk about fishing a lot. We should talk about fishing instead.
Anyhow, I sense that, like the sea, your depths are seemingly impenetrable. Yet, despite your unknowable depths, there is something familiar about you. It's as if we have met somewhere, long, long ago.
Think we met before?
No, I do not think so. It is all quite strange, really. I wonder if we might be distant relatives. No, that cannot be it either. After all, if we were related, that would mean... Though considering all that Rhea has done, it is not entirely outside the realm of possibility. Oh, apologies. Just muttering to myself. It is nothing. Mutterings aside, I mean to say that you do not feel like a stranger to me. For whatever reason, I feel deeply connected to you. And for this, I am glad.
Good results.
Perfect. Okay. People got exp. And we'll be exploring it. A lot of people did seminar. Here, interesting. I'm just gonna explore again. Because you only get like one seminar. That's the deal. Let's see, Prosper. Because the lesson doesn't count like the seminar, at least when I tried it last time. Whereas Explorer, you could do a whole bunch with it. Even without a lot of people there. Alright, save here. And... that's gonna do it for me. I'm gonna let you all see the supports and laugh or be serious, however they are. but I'm gonna shut off the mic, and next time we will get to the battle. So I'm gonna do all the supports now and get that out of the way. So I'll just say this now. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. You had a lot of fun. Enjoy the supports that I have here, and like I said, next time we'll get to the battle. So see you then.
Your Highness, sorry, I mean Dimitri, would you, do you want to train together today?
Ash, of course, I'm glad you asked. After classes conclude for the day, meet me at the training ground. I'll be waiting. And afterward, let's plan on dinner. We'll certainly have worked up an appetite.
Oh, yes, I suppose, I mean, sure, that is, it would be my pleasure to dine with you. I mean,
Ash.
I'm sorry, Your Highness. I'm just no good at this. I'll do my best to improve.
Are you still worrying over what I said to you before?
I'm trying to do as you asked, but it's just completely against my nature.
Trust me, I understand the urge to show respect where it is due. However, that is not the case here. Yes, I was brought up in a different family and raised in a different way, but otherwise, you and I are the same.
That all makes sense, Your Highness. But I just can't bring myself to speak to you in such a casual way. Sure, when you get right down to it, royalty like you and common folk like me, we're all just people. But the common folk still rely on the nobility to keep the peace and to keep them safe. Commoners pay the price for that in taxes and respect. That's what Lenato says.
I suppose I can understand that point of view. But the flaw in your logic is that I am not king just yet.
But that's not all there is to it. I also respect you as a person. You carry the weight of the whole kingdom on your shoulders. You're a faultless warrior, and you're always so kind to your allies, even me.
On all accounts, I can say the same of you. But you also have a strong heart. I can't say that about myself. No matter the circumstance, you are never drawn toward darkness. That mindset of yours has done me well on countless occasions.
Well, I do my best. So I guess mutual respect between us is what's really the most appropriate.
Precisely. Which means there's never any need to be nervous or uncomfortable around one another. It seems we may have circled back to where we started with this conversation, but let's at least agree that we both should learn to bend a bit. How's that sound?
All right. Let's start from the beginning, then. Would you like to train with me today, Your Highness?
Of course, Ash. Come at me with everything you've got.
Shamir.
It's you. What is it?
I have a message from His Highness. He will meet you in front of the library tomorrow evening.
Evening, library, front. Got it. Oh, one more thing. A bug landed on your shoulder. Sorry if I startled you. Anything else?
No.
Good.
You get to the point. It makes you easy to deal with.
Likewise. No need to say what isn't worth saying, right?
Precisely. Few others seem to think so.
Agreed.
That is all. Farewell.
Farewell.
That's a heavy sigh. Again?
Yeah? That's the sigh of exhaustion after spending the past month apologizing for your behavior to, well, everyone.
Apologizing? I've been pretty darn restrained lately.
If by restrained you mean falling all over yourself to garner the attention of every passing female, then yes, you've been quite restrained. Mark my words, the more you hurt people, the more weighty the repercussions will be. Your actions will come around to bite you.
Ha! If I get bitten, that's all just part of the game. Heck, I had one girl's brother come after me with a pitchfork.
If you end up getting maimed or killed by a pitchfork, don't expect me at your funeral. Glenn used to make light of getting hurt too. Then one day, he got more than hurt. Now he's gone.
I'm sorry. I was being... You're right. I know what it did to you when he died. It hurt to see you hurt, and not be able to do anything. When you wouldn't even come out of your room to take care of your horse.
Nothing affected me the way his passing affected me.
Well, I'm happy that you're better. Seeing you out and about helped me relax enough to be able to flirt with girls again.
Your predictability is utterly disappointing. When I finally stopped mourning, you know what brought me back? My concern. For you.
Me?
You know you can't get along without me following in your shadow and caring for you. You flirt with anything that has a pulse, offend people left and right, and constantly cause commotions.
Huh. The truth really does hurt.
Please, Sylvain, consider your actions before you carry them out. And stop acting so nonchalant about getting hurt or killed. Promise me that.
Okay. I promise.
Your Highness, I have a little favor to ask of you.
Of course. How may I be of assistance?
Well, I was hoping you could tell me about my father. I imagine he was a very different man at home than he was at work.
Ah, so you wish to hear about the Gustav that I knew. As you know, he was a knight who served the royal family since my grandfather's reign. To me, he was a teacher of martial arts and tactics. He was someone I depended on since I was a small child. But he was also a very stern and strict instructor.
That doesn't surprise me. He was much the same at home. He'd chide us if we made mistakes, whether it was with cooking or even how we spoke.
Is that so? Funny. I suppose in front of his family he felt the need to demonstrate proper etiquette.
Wait, are you saying that's not how he was around you?
Even all these years later, there's something I recall with perfect clarity. It happened in the autumn of my 11th year. Before the break of dawn, he woke me suddenly. Said he'd heard a disturbance and had me grab my bow. Then he set me and a fellow pupil loose on a dark mountain. Our only directive was to go catch a deer. As you well know, autumn in the capital is very cold. Now, imagine being up on the mountain at night with no idea what might jump out from the shadows. That, in a nutshell, is the Gustav I knew.
I can hardly imagine that. He was completely different with me.
I recall one other defining detail. He used to speak of you at every possible opportunity.
Really? What would he say about me?
Are you sure you want to know? There's one story he used to tell from when you were very small.
No, stop! It's probably too embarrassing to bear. Is it?
Perhaps.
Look, I'll promise to forget the stories he told me about you if you return the favor. Deal?
Yes, that seems the only thing to do. It's a promise.
Sylvain, I want to apologize for the other day.
The other day? What are you talking about, Felix? Is this a trap?
You know, when I called you insatiable.
Oh, that? Can't say it didn't hurt, but you have nothing to apologize for. I mean, you've said worse, Felix. Considerably worse. Come on, we've known each other since we were kids. We're not gonna let your constant verbal abuse get in the way of our friendship, are we?
No, I suppose not.
Whenever I started doing something dumb, you'd yell at me about it.
And whenever you dragged me into something, Ingrid would find out and start lecturing us.
All these years, and not much has changed, has it? But you're different, Felix. You used to be so, I don't know, carefree when we were young. Now you're the exact opposite.
Well, you're not any different. Good for nothing then, good for nothing now.
Again with the abuse. This from the guy who's always been by that good-for-nothing side. So, did you come to apologize, or to insult me?
I was on my way to train and I saw you. That's all.
You're off to train, again? Now who's insatiable?
Better than sitting idle like you.
A little idleness would do you some good, pal. Come on, let me buy you something to eat.
No.
You have to choose, Felix. Our friendship, or your training?
My training. Goodbye for now.
What did... is he... Wait, Felix, I'll come train too. Wait up.